Hey, what's up, guys? How y'all doing today? So today we're gonna talk about burning time. How many times are we burning time? And many times people are gonna be like, "What are you fucking talking about burning time?" Well, let me tell y'all something really quick about burning time. We as individuals and we as many times we burn time. And what I mean about that is our day-to-day life, our day-to-day work. What are you doing right now? And for so many years, I'll put it like this, for so many years, I would always, get myself going and I never understood the meaning of time, and I thought that, I work real hard. I get up in the morning and I try to get myself organized and I try to plan for my day and all these crazy things and I get my agenda and everything. But believe it or not, guys, I was just burning my fucking time. Many times we confuse those things. You got your burning time and then you got your time of taking action. What are you guys doing right now? Are you burning fucking time? And put like this, all I did was I didn't have time. I'd always give myself that bullshit fucking excuse that, no, I don't have time right now. I don't have time right now. I don't have time right now. So what are you doing right now in this moment? Do you have time or are you fucking burning time? That's what you should ask yourself of those, And Annie Diller said this, it's in a quote, She says, how we spend our day is of how we spend our lives. She made it very simple. What you're doing with your time is going to determine your future. So what are you doing with your time right now? Are you burning time? Or are you taking time of action? What is it? Don't confuse it. Many times we confuse those two animals, and we think that burning time, we're being productive, we're putting our time and our energy and our effort and all these crazy wonderful things. But in reality, what are you doing? So, but like this, and it's one important thing is time itself is the enemy of all entrepreneur, time itself. So guys, put it like this, as we don't know our management, we need to look at the time. We need to manage the time, and many times we don't do that, and I put like this, time for me, guys, is money. Time for me is planning. Time for me is organizing. Time for me is managing, guys. That's what time for me is. What is time for you? And that's what you need to ask yourself. What is time for you? And many times we don't understand it. Many times we confuse it. Many times we don't know what really time's for us. We just think that, well, time for us is getting up in the morning, going to the office, doing our day-to-day life, moving on forward and stuff like that. Guys, really sit down and put time in yourself. So guys, let you guys know that what is the most important thing of management and putting yourself is putting your priorities. What priorities are you putting right now as your time management on your time? You gotta drop it down. And many times, for so many years, I didn't understand it. For so many years, I would tell myself, well, I am putting my time, I am putting priorities. But reality, are you really putting priorities? Are you really putting the effort into it? So let me give you an example really quick. Many times, as entrepreneurs or individuals, we don't put the priorities. We put the priority as last, or we think that we're putting the priorities that are not really priorities. What priorities are you putting in? And I'll put it like this, for so many years, I would always put things not priority. You gotta put down your agenda. You gotta put down exactly what you're looking at, what you need to put a planning time. And planning time equals into managing that time. So planning time, put like this, you gotta get down a fucking note. You get yourself a note and you gotta write everything down. For example, if you're in the marketing business, you gotta put down your day-to-day. Don't put your weekly, because many times we put weekly and that's where the check comes, week-to-week check. Put your monthly, start with the month. Write down your agenda, write everything down for the whole month. Now within the process of the whole month, of course you're gonna kind of you're gonna kind of modify it a little bit, but put it down there, guys. And I put it like this, once you start putting those things down, then it's when the time management comes. And what I mean time management is taking action of the time. Putting that, hey, you know what, at 10 o'clock or 9 o'clock in the morning, I'm going to have this. At 11 o'clock, I'm going to have this. At 12 o'clock, I'm going to put into this action. At 2 o'clock, or 3 o'clock. So you have to put your time, and you have to be responsible enough to actually put the time into it. Because sometimes we as individuals and entrepreneurs and overall, we don't put the time into it because we look at it as not a priority. And when we don't look at it as a priority, we start looking at we look at it as a non-priority, where now we get dismotivated because we don't get close to achieving that goal. And that's where a lot of people go wrong. Well, that's where a lot of people, a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of managers, a lot of leaders, a lot of salespeople, overall everything, that's where they start getting discouraged. Like they start telling themselves, man, dude, I put so much time into it. Man, I wake up every fucking morning. I'm doing what needs to be done and how it needs to be done and everything. And I'm not seeing the results that I need. And I don't see myself growing in life. I don't see myself growing in the business. I don't see myself growing overall everything. And I put so much years and so much time into it. Well, let me tell you something, guys. I'm a walking proven fucking fact, dude. 13 years of my fucking life, dude, I thought that I was putting time. No, motherfucker. I was burning fucking time for that 13 fucking years, okay? Until I started to understand and realize the difference between burning time and taking time of your action. Putting time into action to it, you know? So that's what you need to ask yourself for something, you know? And if you don't ask yourself these questions, you got to analyze it. You got to look at it. You got to verify those things. So, guys, don't confuse that. Other things, number one thing, super important is, like I said again, going back to resuming like I was saying, is burning the fucking time. Your agenda. Guys, you know how many people that I know that get an agenda and don't fucking write nothing on? No, let me tell you something. Yeah, they do write something on it. They'll put in the front a quote. And they'll start for the week, what they're going to do for the week. And then after that, that's it. They forget about their agenda. Their agenda's in their bag. Their agenda's at the home. They don't care about it no more, and they forget about it. And you know what I've noticed, realize that, is when people start saying this, sir, it's all here. It's all in my mind. I know exactly what I'm going to do. Guys, if you have that mindset, you need to wake up. If you have that mindset, it's not going to get you to where you want to achieve your goals. It's not going to get you to where you want it to succeed. All you're going to do is going to get discouraged, you're going to get frustrated, you're going to get irritated, and you're going to quit. Guys, I'm a walking proven fact. I used to be the guy that used to say, hey, sir, it's all in my mind. I know exactly where I'm going to go. Let me tell you something. No, you don't. You must have planning time. You need to sit down and organize your month. You need to know exactly where you're going. If you don't know where you're going, you're not going to achieve it. But like this, you must first have a vision. And with that vision that you have, you must put planning to it, planning your time. Sit down, have time, and start planning, start writing. Then is the third thing, is managing that time to achieve those goals. Once you know those three little formulas, that's when you start achieving your goal. And when you achieve that goal that 1 month, then that motivation starts coming in. That's when that motivation starts running through your veins. That's when you start feeling more confident in yourself. That's when you start believing more in yourself. So guys, most important thing is planning that time and managing that time. So I want to let you guys know about that. Now remember, guys, the other thing is identifying that activity. You got to identify it. If you don't identify it, you're not going to achieve that goal. You have to identify it. You have to take action. You know, number one thing is that why people don't take action is because they're not responsible of their life. You need to ask yourself, are you responsible? Or are you just living through the day-to-day flow of life? That's what you need to ask yourself. Many times I've seen people, you know, and walking through the fact, I went with the flow. Just I went with the flow. Why do we go through the flows? Because we don't have a vision. Why do we go through the flows? Because we don't have a planning. Why do we go through the flows? Because we don't have time management. Why do we go through the flows? Because we don't know what we want. That's why we go with the flow. Guys, really want to stop going with the flow and you want to start achieving your goals and start achieving things in your life and your organization and your finances and your leadership. Find your planning, your vision, planning, your management. Those are the three most important keys of success. And when I realized and I started seeing that in my life, I started applying it. Now, it didn't happen overnight. Trust me, it took me about a good year. I've been working on this, all right? A little bit over a year. And I started seeing things move in my life. So guys, put it like this. If you guys have any questions or any concern, message me, dude. I don't care. Message me, text me. A lot of you guys have my Instagram. And some of you guys have my Facebook and everything. Message me, throw me a message. We can chit chat, we can talk, and I can tell you exactly how I overcame it. Now, I'm not a professional, but I'm a professional of what I've learned within my own self, you know? So I want to let you guys know those two things. Now, other important thing too is, guys, you must take time for yourself. If you don't take time for yourself, you're just gonna go because you're just burning time to the point where you're gonna give yourself that excuse that, hey, I don't have time for myself. I don't have time to go to the gym. I don't have time to go travel. Let me tell you something, guys. When I started realizing and understanding the meaning of planning and actually managing my time, I have traveled more than I have traveled within my 13 years of my life. Okay? I have traveled more. Remember this. I have traveled more. And people that know Sam and know who I am, okay, know that I never traveled. They know that I was always at the office and not real, supposedly working, but in reality it wasn't working because I was burning fucking time. But when I understood and I didn't understand the meaning of time, that's when my life started to move. And I believe each one of you guys can actually understand it. And I believe that you guys, each one of you guys have it, because for so many years, I did not understand it. I confused it, And I have people would tell me that, hey, Sam, it's like you need to put more time. You need to work smart, Sam. Work smart. Not hard, Sam. Work smart. And I'm like, well, no. I need to work hard. I need to put my energy into. I need to put my effort. Yeah, but I need to know how to plan and organize my day-to-day, my weekly, my monthly, day-to-day life and everything, guys. Because I was so caught up about burning my fucking time because I thought I was doing the right thing, guys. Really sit down, organize yourself. Really sit down. Analyze yourself. Really believe in what you're really doing is really working, because sometimes we give this excuse that we don't have time, and believe it or not, there is time. And if anybody tells you, no, I don't have time for this and I don't have time for that, well, let me tell you something. Sit down, get yourself an agenda, get yourself organized, drop down everything, organize yourself, and I'll put it like this. Once you start to do that, stay responsible and stay disciplined about it, because once you're disciplined and responsible, that's when you start seeing the achieving of your goals. That's when you start seeing your life start to move. Things start to change, and that's when you start to say, don't change it. Keep on doing it, because let me tell you something really quick, is that if you stop, you're gonna go back again being demotivated. You're gonna go back again getting frustrated, and then you're gonna go back and say, I don't have time. Guys, stop living of that society of I don't have time. You do have time, motherfuckers. Excuse my language. You do have time, you guys, But I always tell myself, Sam, shut the fuck up, dude. You do have time. Stop giving me bullshit fucking excuse, because you do have time. The problem is you're not being time management of your time. You're letting time overcome you and you're burning time. Remember that. You got burning time and timing your management. You gotta time it. You gotta manage it. If you don't know how to manage it, it will manage you and it will control you. And that's where burning time comes. And that's where the clock comes. And it just ticks, where you don't accomplish nothing. And you don't have time for nothing. And you don't have time for your family. You don't have time for your business. You don't have time to travel. And put it like this, that's when you just get older and older and older and older, to the point where you're like, what did I do with my life? Guys, put it like this. Sit down, organize yourself, take action. And when you do that, you'll start seeing your life moving. I did it. I'm a walking proven fact, and I'm seeing things change in my life. And overall, everything, guys, is I bless you guys. Thank you for tuning in with us. Each one of you guys, stay tuned with us for next week and everything. And overall, like resuming, like I was saying, stop burning time. Burning time and time action is a totally different thing. Remember that. Many times we burn time. 98% of the people burn fucking time. Be that 2% that is time. They take action on their time. They're organizing their time. They're planning on their time. Guys, each one of you guys, I know that each of you guys are going to do this. Put it to action. If you have any questions, call me, text me, message me. It doesn't matter what it is. And if I don't even know who you are, it doesn't care. Message me. And I'll give you a little few tips on how I did it and what I'm doing. And what's helping me to achieve more of my goals, achieve more of my success, achieve more as a father, as a husband, and goes on, and overall everything. And guys, I've now these days, I've traveled more than I've ever done in my whole fucking life. Remember, all right? And the people that do know me in the past, they know that I never traveled. And guys, put it like this. Love each one of you guys. Be responsible. Plan your time. Manage your time. And overall everything, stop burning time. Start taking action of your time. Guys, I love you guys. Take care. See you guys next week. Stay tuned with us next week, guys. On Spotify, YouTube, Facebook. And please, guys, message me, guys. Love you guys. Success to all of you guys. And I bless each one of you guys. God bless each one of y'all. See y'all later.